everyone, I'm Jen Nossokoff. I am running for District 1 Supervisor to represent the Upper West Side of San Francisco. I'm a physician assistant and a public school parent. I'm excited for the opportunity to lead our neighborhood into the future. First question, if you could have dinner with any historical figure, who would it be and why? I would have dinner with Ruth Bader Ginsburg. To be able to sit down with such a feminist icon who has paved the way to make my life better would be an absolute honor. I would love to learn from her and also thank her. What's your go-to spot in the city to relax? I love to go to Golden Gate Park. There's not a lot that I enjoy more than spending time on JFK Promenade. Riding my bike down to the ocean along the Great Highway is second to none. It's incredibly relaxing, and it's something that I'm really excited to experience with my family as well. What is your all-time favorite outdoor activity? I really enjoy being on a campground. My family we do a lot of RVing, we do a lot of camping. I love to be outside, sitting around a campfire, having conversations with friends. I am a connoisseur of roasting marshmallows. I have very strong opinions for how marshmallows should be roasted perfectly. Let it slowly heat up on the inside and then get a little bit crispy on the outside. What was your first car? Tell us a story about it. That was a Nissan Pathfinder, and it was a stick shift. I very strongly believe that if you can drive stick in San Francisco, there is not a lot that you can't do. I did have to make some phone calls several times to have people come bail me out stuck on a hill, and that's life in the city. What is your go-to spot to enjoy nightlife in the city? I have a 7-year-old and a 1.5-year-old, so nightlife is not so much the name of the game for me. What nightlife looks for us is usually spending Friday evening with friends from the school in Balboa Hollow. Usually we'll go to Sushi Bistro or Foghorn. All the families will come together. We have a small neighborhood community. What's the first fun thing you do on weekends besides brushing your teeth? I love to wake up with my kids on the weekend and either make breakfast at home or walk or take our bikes along JFK Promenade. We really like to go to Flywheel Cafe and have coffee. Just getting out and enjoying the great neighborhood as a family is my favorite thing to do on the weekends. Besides English and your native language, do you speak any other languages? Hablo solamente poquito español, pero es no perfecto. A little bit of Spanish. I took 4 years in high school, enough to sort of understand the language structure, but other than that, it's only English.
而家係時候發揮你嘅想像力同埋創意啦。咁先抽一個慶典活動，然後再抽3個三藩市嘅地標。你可以喺入邊揀一個地標嚟搞呢個活動，講俾我哋聽點解。
Ooh, the Yiping Lantern Festival in Thailand. Union Square, Golden Gate Park, or San Francisco City Hall. This one's easy for me. Golden Gate Park, hands down. And not just Golden Gate Park at large, but specifically the new redesign of Middle Lake. It is so serene and stunning and beautiful, and if you haven't had a chance to get out there, go today. And then to bring the lanterns, you can float things on the water. It would be such a beautiful way for us to honor that festival here in San Francisco. Hadaka Matsuri, the naked festival from Japan. Very apt for San Francisco. At San Francisco City Hall, Little Italy, or Lombard Street. I'm gonna go with Lombard Street because a bunch of naked men running down Lombard Street, it would be so iconically San Francisco that would be impossible to pass up.
咁而家就從你嘅選區入面抽2個社區，講一講你鍾意嘅部分，以及覺得佢哋需要改進嘅地方。
The Inner Richmond. I love the Inner Richmond. I live in the Inner Richmond with my husband and my 2 children, and we are in the coolest neighborhood in the world. I absolutely believe that. We are very close to JFK Promenade, Clement Street, Balboa, has a ton of little local shops. The things that I would change in the inner Richmond are increasing our traffic safety design. Fulton, we know, is on the high injury corridor network. Cabrillo Street could use some upgrades, and doing everything we can to keep our kids and our vulnerable populations of people who walk around the neighborhood safe. Seacliff. I was just in Seacliff this weekend on a beautiful sunny day, checking out the new China Beach renovations. It's one of the most beautiful corners of our city. You are on the beach, you can see the water, the homes are beautiful, it's very quiet. There's not much that I would do to change Seacliff. The thing that I would do for neighbors in Seacliff to improve things is to add more options for small businesses. So making sure that we have lots of coffee shops, lots of restaurants, lots of places to walk to from Seacliff.
你將會喺呢個箱入面抽到現時三藩市市府或者加州州府喺度進行討論中嘅提案。請講出你嘅諗法啦。
The SF ballot measure about police staffing and deferred retirement. Public safety is a very big issue for a lot of people in the city. The measure to pay police officers at the end of their career double, I'm not convinced is the most fiscally responsible way to manage safety in our community. I would like to see that money being used towards recruitment efforts and housing for police officers so that we can invest in our police force over the next several decades. All right, California Proposition, overhaul of Proposition 47. I have a very strong belief that criminal justice reform is important and it is essential. And my professional background is in medicine. I have dedicated my professional career to taking care of people. I don't believe that Proposition 36 is the best answer for taking care of people. I view the Office of Supervisor as kind of like being a family practice doctor. You know a lot and you can get a lot done. You also know when you need to call in specialists, and dealing with addiction is when we need to call in specialists, and we need to really let people who deal with addiction help guide our practices and our legislation. And so I don't believe that forcing treatment is the best thing for addiction. Thank you so much for tuning in to Face the Bay. I'm Jen Nossokoff, again running for District Supervisor, and I look forward to the opportunities to get to know each one of you as your District Supervisor and to help shape this district together.